Peace family, Queen here. In this presentation, I am going to go through the Bitcoin flip strategy, and I'm going to share with you how to flip 0.15 of Bitcoin into 308 Bitcoins over the next 2.5 years. All right, so here we go. First off, why do you need Bitcoin? Why do you need an alternative financial strategy? Well, when you look at the traditional financial landscape, these people in control or in power that are controlling the economic and the monetary system that we all have to participate in, they literally want to see you destitute, broke, in poverty, impoverished, and looking for them to be their savior. It's actually written in law. If you go and you pull up the UCC Section 8 501, you will see that every single asset that you think you own, you do not own, and it can be taken away from you. It is being collateralized and being leveraged against to do ungodly things around the world, right? So this guy here, Klaus Schwab, who is the World Economic Forum founder, his quotes, he says, "You'll own nothing and you'll be happy about it." That is the narrative. That is the plan for the traditional financial system. So you need an alternative plan to counteract that so that you and your family can have financial abundance. And with this presentation, hopefully it will inspire you and give you an alternate plan that you can implement so that you can have that abundance that you so rightly deserve. Now, who am I? My name is Queen. Back in the day, 2012, I got involved in Bitcoin, was early on. And what I realized was that, this is a picture of the book that I wrote and published in 2016. What I realized was that a lot of people was not really getting it and understanding why they need Bitcoin, especially in first world countries. People don't understand why they need Bitcoin because you can go down to the bank, open up a bank account, blah, 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 and there's not any issues. But if you're in second world and third world countries, you really, I think those people get it before first world country people get it. So I wrote the book to help people to understand why they needed Bitcoin. But in addition to that, on my website, bitcoindigitalmoney.com, I have a free 2-hour masterclass showing you and sharing with you data that shows and proves to you why you need Bitcoin. Okay. Now with this strategy here that I'm going to share with you, again, showing you how to take 0.15 Bitcoin and leveraging that over the next 2.5 years and turning that into 308 Bitcoin. I want you to see the technology that is driving the ability for us to actually implement this strategy. So I'm going to share this short video with you here, and then I'll come back and finish the presentation.
Welcome to the cutting-edge world of tower staking, where the power of AI technology meets the limitless potential of quantum computers. Our revolutionary platform harnesses the synergy of these advanced technologies to unlock unprecedented opportunities for investors. At Tower Staking, we understand that traditional investment methods can be limited in their scope and returns. That is why we pioneered a groundbreaking approach that integrates AI algorithms with quantum computing capabilities, enabling us to analyze vast amounts of data and make highly informed investment decisions in real time. Our sophisticated AI algorithms continuously adapt and learn from market trends, ensuring that your investments are always positioned to capitalize on the most lucrative opportunities. We firmly believe in the lasting potential of cryptocurrencies. As long as crypto remains a dynamic force, Tower Staking will continue to be the gateway to a world of limitless opportunities, offering our partners a path to passive income and financial freedom. For our investors seeking daily profit withdrawals, we provide a range of plans tailored to suit your needs. Depending on the program you choose, you can expect varying levels of returns. At Tower Staking, we prioritize delivering superior profits to our clients, we are able to consistently generate higher returns due to the automatic compounding of profits longer you stake your assets. We offer the flexibility to choose which coins to stake with the option to swap initial deposits. You can also diversify how you want your profits to be paid. With no lockup periods, you have full control over your funds. Withdrawals are instant and sent to your preferred crypto wallet address automatically once requested. There are no hidden fees. Transactions are simple and protected. 24/7 customer support, professional guidance, and assistance at all times. Connect with your dedicated manager. Customer support agents on the website are operating non-stop, making sure we provide the best customer service possible.
Really powerful information there. So now, with the business that is behind this strategy, what I chose to do before I became a client here was I chose to do some research and to figure out as much as I could how much liquidity that the company was holding, so that I would feel comfortable in making my deposit, and I will also feel comfortable in referring other clients. Now, I want you to understand some things here, okay? Tower staking allows you to stake 16 different crypto coins. With this strategy, we're only going to be talking about staking Bitcoin, okay? All right, I want you to understand that, right? So they have 16 different cryptocurrencies that you can stake. So they have liquidity on 16 different blockchains for 16 different coins. The research that I did, the 2.3 billion that you see here on the screen, this was just from one blockchain, which is Tron blockchain. Okay. So in my research, it took me about a little over 2 weeks to put all of this data together, because it's really that tedious, right? So I did some crypto forensics, some blockchain analysis, and came up with, and I got actually a little bit tired because my eyes were tired of looking at numbers, but it was enough confirmation for me to, number one, become a client, and to, number two, refer other clients. So as you can see here, these are some of the different wallets that I was able to put together that are owned by Tower. So you see 31 million, 134 million, 419 million, 511 million, 202 million, so forth and so on. More wallets, 43 million, 112 million, 45 million, 18 million, 117 million, so forth and so on. I was also able to ascertain some of the wallets that they utilize to actually pay their clients. I found those wallets as well. Those wallets range anywhere from averaging about 10 million a piece. So what I can tell you is that from my research, the liquidity that they have is very, very solid. Okay. So I needed to know that. I needed to know that the liquidity was solid, and I needed to know that the technology that they had behind the staking rewards that they offer was also solid. So with those two check marks, those two green lights, I feel very, very confident in not only being a client, but also referring other individuals. Okay. So now that one wallet that I found that was the highest amount of liquidity, it was over 500 million. You can see here, this is a TronScan blockchain snapshot. This cannot be faked. Okay. This is, all blockchains are public ledgers, right? So if you know what you're doing with your research, you can put things together and figure out, right? So with that particular wallet, that highest amount of wallet that I found, you can see here on the right hand side, you see these other wallets that are connected to it. There's 199 million in there. There's 101 million, 66 million, 43 million. So family, what I'm telling you is that the liquidity that this company has, and remember, this is just one of the 16 different coins that they allow you to stake. Their liquidity is very, very deep. Okay. So now let's talk about the strategy here, the private Bitcoin Wealth Club, right? So this is going to allow you to leverage your Bitcoin as well as multiply it. You don't need to have any trading knowledge. You don't need to know how to look at charts or any type of additional skills. So you can literally hodl your Bitcoin while multiplying your Bitcoin. This is private, it's secure, and there's no KYC. And this is the way that Bitcoin was intended. Now, when we look at, this article was taken from Coinpedia, the Bitcoin price post 2024 halving. So we're coming up here in the next few months. We're coming up on the halving in April. And also in April, I'll be visiting the home offices of Tower, visiting and sitting with the CEO, some of their dev team and other staff, and actually seeing the technology with my own 3 eyes. So I'll be able to report back on that as well. So I'm very, very excited about that. It's my number one project, and this is by far the best business venture in the Bitcoin and crypto space that I've ever been involved in. And like I said, I got started back 2012 when it was Bitcoin only. Okay, so that's really, really saying a lot. All right, so now back to this article. The Bitcoin market has been recording a decline in volatility. And what this is saying here is that on-chain data shows that investors have been favoring altcoins, right? But according to a recent analysis made by a cryptocurrency trader, he feels that the Bitcoin price will hit 50K, in which he was correct because we just broke 50,000 on the Bitcoin charts here over the last 24 hours. So he feels that the Bitcoin price will hit 50,000, which it has, before the next halving, and then reach 200,000 after that event. All right, so now when you look here and you see the chart, the long-term chart pattern from, when Bitcoin was first introduced to date, you see all the different halvings. You can see the price jumps, right? You can see all the different price jumps after the halving, right? So you get the highs, right? And then it settles back, but everything is still moving upwards and to the right. And that's the key. And that's where this 200,000 here, that's the prediction on this next halving that we have coming up. So, all signs lead to Bitcoin being a 6-figure price value here within this next, 12 months or so. And we don't know how high of a 6-figure that number will be. But if you just do the calculation just on 100,000 per Bitcoin, and you amass 300 of those, you're going to be okay, you and your family. All right, so now let's look at the Bitcoin total addressable market. What does that mean? That means that every single piece of capital that's out there across the globe is always looking for the hardest, the safest, and the most secure asset that it can deploy its capital into. When we look at the gold market is over 6 trillion. The equities market is over 63 trillion. The real estate market, 75 trillion. The debt markets, debts and equities, 303 trillion. And then the base money supply is over 30 trillion. So those are your checking accounts around the world, right? So to total all of that up, the Bitcoin total addressable market is $478 trillion, right? And understand that, the Bitcoin ETFs have just been approved, just as recently as a month ago. So we have the stamp approval from Wall Street. Their ethos is if you can't beat them, join them. So they couldn't destroy Bitcoin. So they had to figure out a way where they could make money with Bitcoin. And that's why we now have the spot Bitcoin ETFs. So we have all of this institutional capital that's sitting on the sidelines that's waiting to be deployed right now. I believe they're buying up, they're scooping up, or the demand, I should say, the demand per day right now, just with, a month of these ETFs being approved, the demand has already exceeded the daily supply of Bitcoin, which is 900 a day, right? Now remember, when we get to halving time, that's going to cut that number in half. So there will only be 450,000 Bitcoin per day produced by the miners. So what happens when you have a huge demand for an asset and the supply gets diminished? Well, you get what's called a supply shock, and the value of that asset is going to go parabolic. And that's what we're going to soon see. BlackRock's Bitcoin ETF hit 1 billion in AUM, assets under management, in only 1 week. All right, so now I want to get to the strategy so I can share with you exactly how you can amass your 308 Bitcoin, right? So this is a 2.5-year passive Bitcoinaire blueprint. I want to teach you how to become a Bitcoinaire, right? Being a millionaire is cool. You know, fiat, it's okay. It serves its purposes. But being a Bitcoinaire is next level, okay? So now I want to get your pen and paper out, because here's where we're getting into the numbers, right? So you're starting with a 0.15 Bitcoin deposit. So you're staking 0.15 BTC within the Tower business. All right. So we're going to break this down into 2.5 years. So year one, phase one here, you see that 0.15 BTC. That's going to bring you, because we're going to utilize the plan that's going to give us the most bang for our buck. So we're utilizing their premium plan. Their premium plan is a 6-month term, and it pays us the daily rewards of 60% per month. All right. So now your 0.15 BTC, 60% a month breaks down to 2% per day. So you're going to be earning 0.003 BTC every day. If you multiply that by 30 days, that's 0.09 BTC per month. Times 6 months, that's 0.54 BTC at the end of the first 6 months. All right, so now let's take that 0.5 BTC, add it to the original 0.15. Now we're at 0.69 BTC at 2% per day. That's 0.0138 BTC per day times 30 days, 0.414 BTC per month. Multiply that by 6 months. You're now at 2.484 Bitcoin at the end of that 6-month period. Okay, so this is your first full year. All right, so starting with year number 2, if you take the profits, right, from the previous 6 months and add those up, you're at 3.174 Bitcoin that you're earning 2% per day on. So that's 0.06348 BTC per day times 30 days. You're earning 1.9044 Bitcoin every single month. Now multiply that by 6 months. Now you're at 11.4264 Bitcoin at the end of that 6-month period. Okay. All right. So now adding up the profits all together, you're in phase 2 of year 2. Your amount of your portfolio is 14.6004 BTC at 2% per day. That's going to give you 0.292008 Bitcoin per day. Multiply that by 30 days. That's 8.76024 Bitcoin per month. Times 6 months, that's 52.56114 Bitcoin in profits at the end of that 6-month period. Okay. All right. So family, pay close attention, because this is where it gets really interesting. All right. So now year 3. Okay. So this is the last 6 months of this particular strategy. If you add up all the profits there, you're at 67.16184 BTC. You're going to be earning 2% per day on that. So you're earning 1.3432368 Bitcoin every single day. Times 30 days, that's giving you 40.297104 Bitcoin per month. Now take that by 6 months, and that's giving you 241.782624 Bitcoin at the end of 6 months. Okay. And why do we, extrapolate those decimals? Because Bitcoin goes out to 8 decimal places. All right. So now if you total everything up here, the 241 plus the 67, that's going to give you a grand total of 308.94 Bitcoin in only 2.5 years. Okay. So now you have to ask yourself, in the next 2.5 years, where do you think the price of Bitcoin will be? I'm gonna give you a conservative guesstimate and say that it will definitely be above 100,000 per Bitcoin. So I will let you do the math on 308 Bitcoin times 100,000, right? But that doesn't mean that you necessarily have to sell at that point. You may want to hold your Bitcoin until it gets to 250,000 per coin, or 500,000 per coin, or $1 million per coin. It's totally up to you. Now, when this strategy ends, that doesn't mean that you're done. You can go back and do the strategy all over. You can, take your Bitcoin, and we can do some other things within Tower because they have other plans. But this particular strategy was to show my clients how to amass a large amount of Bitcoin, starting from a really, really small amount, how to amass a large amount in under 3 years. So now, how do you get started? Okay. What you want to do is right beneath this video, there's a video that shows you how to create your account, how to make a deposit, right? And how to select your plan. Okay. So remember this strategy. This strategy is the premium 6-month plan. So you're going to deposit your 0.15. I would, deposit a little bit over so you can make sure that you get, 0.15. So you'll create your account with my link right beneath this video, right? You will make your deposit 0.15. Do a little bit more, maybe 0.152 or something like that. And you're going to deposit it into the premium plan. And every 6 months, you're just going to roll it over until you get to the 308 Bitcoin. And once you fund your account, you can get with me and we'll make sure that you get an invitation into my private WhatsApp groups. And if you choose to refer other clients, then I have websites and all of that for you that you can utilize absolutely free to do that. Okay, so everything that you need to be financially successful, I already have in place for you. With the Tower team and with myself working together, we've put together a nice blueprint for you to have a financial breakthrough. So now, when you create your account, all right, so when you create your account, make sure where it says referral that you see my name, okay? Make sure that you see Cash Flow Queen when you create your account. If you do not see that, please go back, click the link again, right? And make sure that that name is there, because if not, you will not be signed under me. You'll be orphaned somewhere out there in the ether, and I won't be able to assist you. So I want to make sure that we get that right out the gate. In addition to that, before you make your deposit, send me an email and let me know, hey, I have created my account. Do you see me in your back office? That way I can make sure that I see you and you're accounted for, you're in my team, you're one of my personal clients, and then I'll give you the thumbs up and say, go right ahead, make your deposit, you're good to go. Okay? So I want to ensure that that's done properly so that there's not any problems going forward. Again, we have dedicated staff, that's inside the WhatsApp group. It's my private WhatsApp groups, and I invited the Tower staff, our account managers, to be in there to assist you with different questions. If I'm not available to answer your questions, they're pretty much there. Someone can get an answer for you, okay? So that you're never left in the dark as far as what you may have a question on regarding your Tower account. All right, so what do you do next, right? So all you're going to do is just basically, like I said, beneath this video shows you how to create your account shows you how to make your deposit. If you are in the USA and you don't know how to purchase Bitcoin, most of you all can use Cash App and you can purchase your Bitcoin. The thing is with Cash App, they do have a 2,000 per day withdrawal limit. So what you would have to do is you would have to do, if you're going to do this strategy, then you would have to deposit your Bitcoin in chunks over 3 days to equal the 0.15 Bitcoin. Okay. And that's not a problem. So if you had to do it that way, you would just deposit every day, into the same plan, and then it will all add up and it will be the 0.15. Okay. So that is it, family. So all you need to do from here is watch the video beneath this one to go ahead and create your account. Make sure that you see Cashflow Queen when you create your account as your referral, and then make your deposit. Let me know that you have funded and made your deposit, and then I will send you, myself or one of my admins will send you an invite to our private WhatsApp group. Okay. Now, if you are already a client, you can still implement this strategy as well. All right. So you can still do this strategy if you're, doing our other 2-year crypto millionaire strategy. You can do the Bitcoin strategy as well. Okay. All right. All right, family. Thanks for watching, and I will talk with you soon.